everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Be Driven. And this is all about tire smoke, it's all about going side, it's all about wheelies, it's all about boys having fun. That's what the show's about. It's about putting you behind the driver's seat. We drive everything from the slowest car out there to the fastest car out there, modified, standard, everything else in between. And something that you like, Dex, bikes. There we go. I love my bikes. So we're going to go check out some really, really cool bikes. And look, it's not only about cool cars. We're going to drive exotic cars. We're going to drive modified cars. We're going to drive standard cars. As much cars as we can possibly drive and let you guys know what it's all about. Well, first, we're going to go over to check out some sideways cars where Dexter goes to check out SupaDrift at Grand West. Dexter, let's go.
It's a new form of motorsport and it's called drifting, and it looks a little bit something like this. Sideways, rear-wheel drive, high-power cars, and Be Driven is here to check it out. We're going to do a little bit of driver profile later, and we're going to chat to some of the guys behind the scenes and hear what they say about the National SupaDrift Series. I'm joined in the pits by Jacques Blom, one of Cape Town's finest drifters. He's representing obviously Cape Town. Jacques, how are you finding the track out here today? It's a new track, it's at Grand West Casino. It's a little bit hot outside. How are you finding it?
The cars don't get in, is having a problem with the overheating. Track is hot, the tyres were suffering a bit. Came in the tyres were about 109 degrees. So track is tight, but we'll see how it happens, what happens today.
And Jacques, your car doesn't sound like a normal BMW. What you got under the hood?
383 stroke of V8 in it from the States. We built it now, it's making about 400 kilowatt, about 700 horses. Hopefully it lasts today.
Awesome, a lot of power.
And you're watching Be Driven.
All right, I'm joined with Joburg's Jim McFarlane. Jim, how are you finding it in Cape Town? The weather is cooking hot.
The weather is hot, the crowd is hot, the cars are hot. We got an incredible event here. Grand West has been so accommodating, and to bring the first ever SupaDrift National Championship to Cape Town, man, couldn't have asked for better.
Well, we love having them here. So that's Jim McFarlane. Check him out a little bit later.
My name is Jim McFarlane, and you're watching Be Driven.
right, I'm joined by one of Cape Town's boys, Jason Webb. Jason, this drifting story, what does it actually mean to you?
What drafting means to me is basically freedom. You know, once you sit behind the wheel, it's all about you. You know, your crew and all your workers have done their best, and now it's all up to you to give them what they want. And it's obviously, which is freedom for me. I enjoy it, and yeah, drifting's about having fun.
Jason is driving. Jason, what kind of car? It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. What is it?
It's a Nissan 200 SX. We've obviously done quite a few modifications to it. We're running the 3-litre straight 6 Toyota engine, which is the 2J. We're running just over 500 kilowatts, so it's a strong motor. Yeah.
All right, and I believe that you are the reigning champion at the moment?
Yeah, I'm 2013 national champion, so yeah, hoping to retain the championship this year.
Okay, and how are the contentions looking at the moment for you?
So far it's pretty good. Second in the championship behind Wade. Wade's always a good contender in the championship. This year I think we're going to have to watch out for Sean February as well. He was rookie last year. And yeah, Shane Goodside as well.
Well, all the best, Jason. Thanks a lot.
My name is Jason Webb and you're watching Be Driven.
Alright, these are the three boys that just jumped into the Lumina, now the Speed and Sound Lumina boys. How was that experience?
Brilliant, very nice. Very nice, man. Awesome.
Power of the car is amazing.
And would you guys do it again?
Yes.
I have done it already before. yes.
Alright, now I'm joined by Wade van Zimmerman. Wade, how are you finding it out there?
Yeah, it's hot today, so that will be also a challenge to you. It's very hot in the cars. Then the track's a bit short and a bit tight, but it's quite fun. So hopefully it will be a good day and the car will last to the end.
Now Wade is one of the guys who's a hot contender for Jason Webb. Jason is the reigning champion. Wade, how are you finding the standing so far?
Well, the first round was good, and the second one we had a bit of bad luck, and hopefully this round we'll have better luck, and then hopefully the car goes well and no mistakes, and it'll be right.
Awesome. Well, good luck from us. Thanks a lot. Now I'm joined by one of the lady drifters around here, Claire Bell, and it's a little bit of a tough cookie to get hold of, but I managed to grab her from the pits. Claire, how are you finding it amongst the boys?
It's always tough. The competition in SupaDrift is super tough, and everyone's brought their A games to Cape Town. So, but other than that, they just think of me as a competitor. I think I'm very happy with the guys here in SupaDrift.
All right, she might be one of the ladies around, but she's got one of the loudest engines in the pit area and on the drifting circuit. Claire, what you got underneath this bonnet?
No, it's one of our spare West Bank V8 motors.
Okay, right.
So that's really what it is. It makes lots and lots of horsepower, and it's got a West Bank gearbox too, so it's like really strong.
All right. Well, all the best from us, Claire. Thank you very much.
Watching Be Driven.
That is what sideways action is all about, Dexter.
So it's really a spectacular sport to watch. It's really something different. It's really actually what goes against the rules of racing because it's all about losing grip.
And
Am I right or wrong?
what I find about drifting is it's something you have to see for yourself and experience for yourself. And I once saw a documentary about a guy that took people for passenger rides. And the sentiment is old, young, girl, boy,
You're gonna be amazing.
everybody loves it.
One thing that really stood out that day was the heat. It was absolutely unbearable.
It's cooking.
Sure, it was absolutely unbearable, but it was good.
Well, drifting, we all love it. What we also love to hear about is what's happening out there in the world of news.
What's hot and what's not.
Dexter, you're going to tell us all about that.
I found out something, right? You know, have you ever heard of a heads-up display like you guys have in the fighter jet, you know?
Yeah, I've always wanted one of those.
Now, I think the Corvette comes out with this.
Yes.
You can actually have it in your car. You can have your own heads-up display in your car. Ask me how.
I'd like to know how.
Well, there's an app that you download. If you've got a smartphone, you download this app, right? It displays your speed via GPS. You put your phone on your dashboard, and then it displays your speed on your windscreen.
I don't believe it. We don't have the technology.
They can see that. So that is what I checked. I downloaded it. It works. It was free.
Wow.
Absolutely awesome. And obviously, the bigger the screen, the
The better it looks. I'm going to the Android store today to go check it out.
One problem that I found though, it's got a G meter inside.
Oh, no.
So now you can imagine your phone is on the dashboard.
And you're in the Hilux bucky, and now you want to see how many G's the Hilux
You want to
can pull.
push G's.
Yeah.
And then naturally your phone is going to go.
Yeah.
If your window's down.
Off the side. But then we can talk about another invention, that little sticky thing that your phone sticks onto.
Yeah.
That works.
Gecko mat. or
Yes,
something
yes,
like-
yes, yeah. There we go.
Should work.
So I think
What a
we can pull that. You can check that out on the screen. The Gecko mat
Yeah.
with the app.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Works.
Alfa Romeo's used them. Aston Martin used them to create one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Lamborghini tried it too, and the results, I'm not convinced. Dexter, what are your thoughts?
It's sort of a love-hate car.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini, what is it called again? Zagato?
Zagato.
I don't know if it's ice cream or what, but I like it, but I sort of don't like it.
Zagata's one of those guys, they coach works and they take an already amazing car
Yeah.
and make it better.
Yeah.
What I like about these guys, like Pininfarina, like Bertoni, they push design boundaries
Yeah.
to the next level and get us to expand our minds and think about where design should be going in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
I like that about them, but this car,
And it's sort of a delicate thing because, I mean, you got to sort of be aerodynamic, being
Yes.
a supercar, and you
Yes.
got to be sort of design,
yeah, focused,
suit,
yeah.
tie, you know.
Yeah.
It's very delicate. I don't really like it. I guarantee you the Lamborghini guys are going to absolutely love it.
Look, I love Lamborghinis. I don't like this car. That's my final verdict. Dexter, next up in the news, Formula One. What's happening in the news of Formula
Everybody
One?
is talking about the noise of this car. It's not noisy enough. It doesn't shout. It doesn't have pantomime.
Yeah.
So, everybody, all three engine makers have stepped to the plate and they've designed something called a megaphone. So that's a sort of a
Like
one...
a da-da-da-da.
Sort of, yeah. It's F1 megaphone. It's a 1 meter pipe trumpet
Yeah.
that goes into the back of the exhaust and it's supposed to make the cars louder.
Yeah.
They've been testing with it in Spain. Rosberg has tried it. He said it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's sort of just a waste of time. Gerhard Berger on the other hand says, I don't know why you guys are busy with this nonsense.
The purist.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's all about the racing.
Yeah.
Whereas the environmental guys, the guys going green, saying, listen guys, you need to tone down.
I'm sure you could probably have this thing built for 1,000 Rand at any exhaust place.
Yeah.
I would love to know what the price tag is on this thing.
It's probably made out of titanium gold of some sort that, you know,
Gold leaf.
being Formula One, it's of the highest quality.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the end of this sort of season, they've got it sorted out and the engines are sounding a little bit louder. Of course, they're running the new engines, the V6 turbo engines, which, mind you, in-car, they do sound pretty spectacular, I must admit. All the in-car footage from the Formula One this past weekend, it does sound nice. But being on the outside,
Yeah.
you know, when you come to the track, I've never been there, but I mean, you see everybody see wearing
Yeah.
earphones.
So I take it we can from now on leave our earphones at earplugs at home.
You can go just as you are.
Well, speaking of in-car, we're going to go in studio with our next guest. We got Calvin Fisher, all the way from Top Gear magazine. He's going to be our first guest in studio. Dexter's going to chat to him and see how fast he can go around our track.
Right, so I'm joined in studio by Top Gear's Calvin Fisher, associate editor. Welcome, my brother.
Thank
Nice
you.
to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Took you 7 years to get to where you are. I mean, it's sort of any boy's dream to be working for Top Gear.
It's been quite a trip. Started with you guys, ended up sort of exactly like you said now, best job in the world.
Sure, it's where everybody wants to be, really, from a Joe Nothing to a Joe Under, really, you know what I mean?
I think it's literally every boy's dream.
Yeah, yeah, you get to drive really nice cars and
they give them back afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, then there's
an empty tank.
Then there's that as well.
And tires in questionable states.
Tell me, you had an interview with Sir Lewis Hamilton not too long ago, and you were shooting shotgun in the A45 AMG. Now, what was it like?
Well, he said he had a good time, so I guess it was fine. I don't know if he's a sir quite as much as that, but it was a weird experience. I mean, you think Formula One champion, it's going to be amazing. And then he sort of just leans back and he puts his arm on the wheel and he just sort of cruises.
Yeah.
He wants to talk about pretty much anything except Formula One. So that was a weird interview to watch, I imagine, because we weren't really talking about Formula One.
Yeah, I was watching the interview and you were just...
I asked the guy, we were talking about video games.
Yeah.
He was quite chatty about mountain bikes. I didn't complain.
Well, that's up your alley then.
Yeah, so it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, but it was fine.
Okay,
He's quite a cool dude, very chill.
Because everybody thinks that sitting with the Formula One driver, this guy drives a sort of full tilt every day.
No, he's, I imagine his company car sort of puts everything into
Not
perspective.
A Prius.
Well, I mean his Formula One car, so I think anything else he drives after that is pretty much Prius-like.
Yeah. And looking down your car history, I mean, you sort of, not too shabby, I mean...
You won't find a Prius.
No, that's for sure, that's for sure. And you're a car guy after all.
Absolutely. And despite that, you'll find a lot of Opels in my past.
Right.
And then my current car, which I barely get to drive, it's a 1983 Toyota Supra under the pop-up lights.
Wow, okay.
I think any car with pop-up lights.
Yeah, old school. You like it. And then any sort of car that you regret selling from those times that you...
There's so many regrets. All of them on my 200 IE. Opel Astra.
The 16 valve.
Yeah,
I share you there, brother.
I don't even think we've got time to talk about that one, but I do have a couple of regrets there.
Okay, all right. And sort of the cars that you drive, I mean, there must be that one car that you get. I mean, you drive a lot of cars, you know. Now, this is one car that you get that looks from that would kill. What is that car that sort of it's stuck in your brain that you would love to get back into without sort of your wife or your girlfriend next to you?
You know, it's tough because it's not always the really striking car. It's not the crazy car that always gets the attention.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but remember that limited edition Mach 1 Golf?
Yeah.
It pains me. But besides that, like a really super car must have been the KTM Crossbow.
The Crossbow, yeah.
That car, I mean, it's like a Stormtrooper's car.
It's not a car.
We did just under 4,000 Ks in one, going from Joburg back to Cape Town through all the best roads.
Yeah.
Literally the best roads in the country. We did them all.
Yeah.
And
the looks you got was second to none.
The cops were pulling us over. School kids were losing their minds. It was amazing.
The only thing is obviously wearing a full face helmet so nobody can see that it's actually you.
It was amazing and extremely painful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And as much as I'd like to go drive it, I'd want to give it back.
No windscreen.
No windscreen. You can't even hear the engine. It's got a beautiful Audi S3 engine.
Yeah, the 2-liter.
And I never heard it once. All I heard was sort of wind noises and the pain from myself and my co-driver the entire way.
And sort of how long do you normally keep a car for? I mean, do you keep it for a year? Is it sort of a day?
Typically, we'd have a 2-week loan cycle.
Yeah.
If it's a really special car, maybe 1 week. Yeah. And then some of us have long-term test cars as well that we might keep for a term of 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I have a Supra somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. I haven't needed it.
Grand wheels in a while. Garage or whatever.
Yeah.
And you happen to be the only guy that I know that actually got arrested at Killarney. So do you want to just sort of walk us down that road? It wasn't an official arrest, but it was an arrest nonetheless.
It wasn't really, it wasn't an arrest at all, insurance people back home. We actually did if you can call it a test, where we had it in our minds that Go Squad and traffic cops in general would benefit from the new Opel Astra OPC. It's like the most powerful front-wheel drive car, 26 kilowatts at the time. And would definitely trump the GTIs they were on.
The STs and whatever. Yeah.
So we got 2 guys from the Go Squad to join us at Killarney and sort of run us through their 9-to-5 job and take the car on the track and see what they thought of it. at one point to properly simulate the experience, I might have asked to be arrested.
Okay, right.
I didn't ask for them to stand on my head.
Yeah, which is the...
But that was sort of the special features.
And sitting at the back with those boys going around.
That was quite interesting because they were very quick, but they were very scary and violent.
I'm sure that you must have gotten the driver's seat and given them a bit of a,
I had my chance to show them. Yeah, I got my own back.
Love it.
And I had to ask them,
yeah,
what they thought. Do they think I would have been able to get away from them? And they said, giving them a run for their money. I didn't believe it.
All the practice at Kilani House, rather. And KZN Top Gear Live, sort of any inside info coming up?
And we're so busy doing our own things at the magazine, just producing the best stories we can. It's difficult to keep up. But once in a while, I'll fall back onto their schedule and see the stuff they've got playing. And it looks amazing.
Okay.
It's always amazing. It's actually just literally getting better and better each time. I'm definitely going to be there.
All right. Getting to your lap now. All right. Now, we don't have a reasonably priced car, but we got something that's a bit better than a reasonably priced car. This is equal playing fields. We don't have snow, rain. This is all about driver skill. So our reasonably priced kart, how was that experience for you?
Just want to say, it's not exactly a playing
Excuses.
I've seen the other driver. I've seen that little guy, and it's been a good experience.
Yeah.
I haven't been in this place in.
Well, it's not a competition. I mean, you're up against us.
No, it's a competition.
Oh, okay. Sorry, excuse me.
Everything's a competition.
Everything in life. As a boy, you grew up as a competition.
All the time.
So was it good?
It was good. I imagine it didn't look very impressive to you guys.
It was sliding.
Big guys sort of hanging out the thing, but it was a lot of fun. It's always fun going out and go.
And the arms, how the arms did afterwards?
The arms were fine, I thought.
Yeah.
And then I had to take the helmet off and I found it had gotten heavier.
Okay.
Quite a bit heavier.
All right. Yeah, we didn't sort of get the power steering installed yet, but it will get
Yeah, no, I could have. It was tough. It was actually quite tough.
And you confident your time?
No, not at all. Not at all. Before we get into the experience, I just want to say something. It's hardly an even playing field. I saw the little racing driver you had here. Sort of, I know we're not supposed to be competing.
It's not a competition.
It's always a competition. Having said that, I'm packing a little bit more than I should be for this sort of event. It was a hell of an experience though.
It looked fun though.
In a while. It was a lot of fun.
It looked rough. You were sliding at times?
In the seat, not much. I was quite firmly wedged in there, but it was a lot of fun. Okay. I'd do it again, except I can't raise my hands.
And what about your time? You confident about your time?
I feel I was riding for entertainment.
Okay.
And I'm not too worried about my time.
You just said it was a competition. You just made
this is the excuses now. And also, my left leg was hurting in the beginning and also I'd fallen earlier
and the wipers wasn't working.
And then I had a headache as well.
All right, so your time that you did was at 20.8. It's decent.
Is it?
It's decent. It's up there. It's up there with nobody else because you're first.
Oh, okay. So I'm sort of near the top of the.
You're right on top there. So
as there's nobody else there. I feel good about that. I feel I sort of rescued that one.
It's a solid time
from nobody really.
So hopefully you'll be back for some more, and we'll see some more of you.
Absolutely.
And it was really nice having you on the show, and hope to see more of your work.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you guys.
Cheers. So our track is all about the level playing field, and I mean, it being a go-kart track, weight does play a role. But he did well back there.
I think he did. And you know what? I like the idea of taking a Top Gear guy onto our track. They've got a track. We've now got a track.
Yeah.
I like that. And I think Calvin had a good time.
And we're going to see some more guests, Ernest?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think next time we should get someone that races cars maybe. I think that's a good idea.
That's a good idea, yeah. Somebody with a little bit more boost. Speaking of boost, you drove a nice car.
Oh yes, turbocharged AE86. We take it on the road and tell you what it's like to get behind the wheel.
I really think Toyota have got the hammer on the head with this new 8086. It is so poised and ready to go. What? And the young man arrives. Ernest, what is this, my friend? Behold, 200 kilowatts of 86 power. 200 kilowatts, really? The one thing that most owners of the 86s complain about is that the standard car doesn't have enough power. Look, it's a lot of 86. It's got a big body kit. But do you really need that much kind of power? It's got bigger everything. Bigger wheels, bigger body kit, big turbo, and 200 kilowatts, as I said. Okay, that's what you need. Having driven that car, do you really need that much more power? Yes, I do. And I think you should get back into your 86 and leave. I think I'm going to do that then. All right, I'm out.
These young people just don't understand. As you guys can see, more is better in the case of the 8.6. Toyota really got the standard 8.6 right with the balance, the power and the poise. With the skinny tires it works. Add bigger tires as with this one over here, you want more power. And I think Jacques and his 8.6 got it right. Here we are in the Toyota 8.6 turbocharged, and the first thing you notice is this little boost gauge over here. And it's always nice to see a boost gauge in a car like this, because then you know there's something special under the bonnet. I've driven the standard 8.6 fairly hard, and as with what most owners have been saying, the one thing missing from the standard 8.6 is more power. So with this car, they supposedly have remedied that problem. But let's find out. Wow. Well, immediately the first thing you notice is the sound of that fantastic dumbbell on this. We're going to drive the car a little bit faster than normal now and see what it feels like. This one comes with an optional rake adjustable steering wheel, and you can really set the steering to exactly how you want it. One thing Toyota got right in this car was seating position, that's for sure. I've got this massive rev count over here, revving all the way to 7,500 RPM limit. And that limit is retained with this turbocharger. It's got the standard ECU running at the moment, and the owner says there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. They're talking 175 kilowatts on the wheels. They're talking 175 kilowatts on the wheels. Flywheel terms, it's about 200 on the flywheel. And he says upping the boost from the existing 0.5 bar will definitely make the car quite a bit faster. So so far, I like this car. We did a bit of sliding earlier on, and I really like the way the car slides. But now we're going to take it on some twisty roads and see how much fun it is on a nice twisty piece of road. And we're going to do a little bit of a sprint up the hill here. So now third gear, let's see the tractability, what the tractability is like. Under 3,000 RPM, foot flat, feel the boost building. 4,000 now, you start feeling it coming. Oh, there's something there. 5,000 RPM, 6,000 now. Steering feels a little bit strange in the sense that, down to third gear. This is one quick little car, way faster than the standard car. The standard 8.6 gets a lot of things right. This one adds a lot more power to that recipe. We go through a nice fast sweep over here. Amazing on this car. First gear, 200 kilowatts on tap, and although 200 kilowatts by modern standards is not that much, in a car that weighs this little, you can feel it. You can feel that the balance is maintained. When you want to slide the car, it slides. And when you want to keep the slide, you can actually keep it for a bit longer than in the standard car because the power is available for you to do so. So now we're just cruising around town. We're just driving the car nice and slow. Look, it's a stiff car. It's got BC coilovers. It's got really big wheels, 265 sections at the back and 235s in front. So it's never going to be the smoothest driving car, but it still maintains that 8.6 feel, the tightness in the chassis and the tightness in the controls. The steering feels so tight and so fast, and the gear lever is so precise. The question is, should you spend your money on a car like this? 80 grand for the complete conversion. Lots of companies out there offering the similar conversion at the moment for turbocharged or supercharged, and depending on your preference, if you want that low down grunt, go supercharged. If you want a high revving engine that seemingly never runs out of power, you want to go turbocharged, and the sound of that turbo is just incredible. Jacques chose the turbocharged route. I think I would do the same. RGM, what do you guys think of giving us one of these to try out? The supercharged version that you guys are building. So with me, I've got the owner of this fantastic car, Jacques Blom. Jacques, when everybody else is going supercharged, why are you going turbocharged?
And I think I've got more options with the turbo,
yeah,
as well as on a tuning perspective.
Yeah.
Can do much more than that with the superchargers. I felt a little bit you're limited to going much more boost, and in long term, changing internals and stuff. That's the reason why I went for
That's
the
true.
turbo.
I mean, you've got 0.5 bar boost at the moment, and you've spoken about possibly going 0.8 at the moment. 200 kilowatts, the car feels really well balanced. I think if you add a bit more, it might be a bit more loose. What do you think?
I'm a track guy, so I like being loose on a track. So yeah, why not? I'm gonna go for a 0.8. Yeah.
So looks-wise, I mean, let's take a step back here.
Yes.
The car looks mean. It's got everything. You've done everything right. You've got the wide body kit. You've got the TRD bumpers. Tell us more about the side skirts. These aren't in fact TRD. They're built by a company called MLS.
ML24.
ML24.
That's it. Yeah. Well, there's two wide kitty body kits, Rocket Bunny and ML24s. I wanted to go with a full cut down to the bottom, where Rocket Bunny is half cuts.
Yes, that's
and that's the reason why. And also the fitment from a TRD kit and ML kit, the two fits like a quite tight.
Yeah, they do fit very nicely
Little of a cut here and there, but quite easy to get it into the position. Yeah.
Okay, then obviously you've got some custom decals going on the car as well. Carbon bonnet.
Yes, on Carbon. The real McCoy, not a wrapping. Those guys got wrappings, but yeah, Carbon from also from the States. Time to get here, but it's well worth it.
Well, now the nice thing about the 8.6 is that the base car that you've got is a fantastic car from the start. It's a very good car to begin with. But what you've done is taken the things that guys have been complaining about, like too little power, like too little grip at times, and you've bumped those things up. You've changed the looks as well, because a lot of guys want those arch-filling wheels. You've got 19-inch wheels on the car at the moment. Is that what you were going for, to tick the boxes that were left unticked?
Yeah, no, definitely. With the extra power and with the Prius wheels, to be honest.
Prius wheels,
you can't really run with that power, so I wanted to go wide. And by going wide, you need to have a wide tire. So I went for 265s at the back to give me the grip. Like I said, I like it to be tight on the track as well, so yeah, it helps.
No, that definitely helps. The BC coilovers, tell us a bit more about that.
The BC is very much because you can have so many options to soft drop it or just make it hard stiff. So on the track, just turn it up, it's hard. Out in the town like now, you just drop it to soft, which is still a bit stiff, but okay.
Yeah, I must say, on when I took the car fast, it felt a little bit too soft for my liking. But obviously we're not on a track yet. And as you say, it's got how many settings?
So it's 70 settings.
70 settings.
Yep. I ran it 2 weeks on about 50 in between, but it's just too hard.
Your kidneys are going to take a bit of a pounding.
It's just too much.
Okay, so anything about this car that I missed or didn't see or didn't mention that you want to tell the viewers out there, something that's special about this car that we might not notice off the bat?
I think the sound, that dump itself, for me, that dump is my favorite.
I've mentioned that like 10 times. I literally have mentioned that dump 10 times. Is that something you drive after yourself?
Yes, I do. Especially coming down a track and you're just dumping, everybody looks what's happening.
Exactly.
It's now.
Exactly. So, Jacques, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Enes.
Thanks for joining us. And that is why I'm a petrol head. Unbelievable car. Drove it sideways, drove it fast. Fantastic balance. Couple of things though, I still myself personally would prefer the standard 8.6.
Gotta say though, that car looks good on camera.
It's amazing.
It must have been absolutely awesome to drive as well.
No, it is. It really drives nice. And I think what they've done is, what Jacques done is he's taken the best of the standard 8.6 and just added some more. You know, he's added more power, he's added more grip. So it's a good balance. But having said that, personally every day I'd like an 8.6, but for track, I'd go for the turbocharged one.
Well, that's all we got time for today. It was an absolutely jam-packed, awesome first show. Ernest, what do you think?
Unbelievable. I just got to drive one of the cars I've always wanted to drive. So I'm happy. I think, you know what, we can look forward to some amazing cars in the future and some amazing events, interviews, news, and much more. Check us out next time for Be Driven, the show that puts you in the driver's seat. We'd love to hear from you guys. So check us out on Facebook, go to our website, check out our videos on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. Be Driven, powered by RaceWeb, putting you in the driver's seat.